feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon.
The following is a presentation of the DADDgamer Football League.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And coming up, we'll see Derek Carr as he's moved past 3,000 yards passing for the year and looking for more. It's the Cards and the 49ers, all that and more, coming up next.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. Today we reach Week 15 and we've got a good matchup in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. And CD, you look at the Cardinals in this matchup, you figure they've got to be looking forward to this one. They've got a clear advantage on the offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, and they totally understand it, not just by running the numbers, but those numbers do play into it because you've got one of the better passing offenses in the league, a top 10 unit, going up against one of the poor defenses in the league. So I think we're going to see these guys take some shots downfield. But right from the start, I expect them to attack and get right after them.
Set to go, Younghoe Koo ready to do the honors. And we are underway here on EA Sports. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So out come the Cardinals now for their opening drive. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
And there was a positive in last week's loss. No interceptions thrown by him. But he only threw one touchdown pass, and you know he wants that to improve. He might even consider that as part of the reason that they couldn't take the win last time out. I believe we'll see a more aggressive version of him this week whenever they're nearing the end zone.
The Carr's throw taken in by Adams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A good start offensively. 15 yards on the game's initial play.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a first down.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. The first carry now for Tony Pollard. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. The Cardinals have 3 and 10 now on the year, and they come in at just an absolute free fall. Losers now, Charles, of 7 in a row.
And I think this is where, in a locker room, a lot of the team looks to their best players and even silently asks for them to guide them out of this. You know, we've got to be better than what we've shown. We need you to lead us.
So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now. To throw his Carr. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. 1st down.
And as you're game planning as a staff, you go through all the different ways you can neutralize the other guy's pass rushers. Extra linemen, leave a tight end in, bring the running backs back in to block. Or you can do this, a little simple screen pass, and it works to perfection.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. To throw, it's Carr. Over the middle, into the hands of Michael Thomas. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. From the 30 on second down, Carr. It's caught here by Adams. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. The numbers for Adams in last week's game. 4 catches, 52 yards.
And he's number 6 in the league in receiving yards, and he plays for his team first, but he also in the back of his mind, he's thinking, if I can get into the top 5, that might affect his bonus in his contract.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. Completes it to Davis. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to fool him with running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Tony Pollard with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
The losing streak can take it on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
Well, they do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. Extra point by Seibert, up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. So here are the Niners now to get their first drive. They'll be led out by their quarterback. Out of Oregon, it's Marcus Mariota.
Coming out of Oregon as the Heisman Trophy winner, we thought that this guy was headed towards superstardom, and while he didn't quite reach those heights, he did have some flashes along the way. And right now, his athleticism continues to keep him in the league. Still has a good arm, mobile, a great guy to have in the locker room. He can win if given an opportunity.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing, Mariota. That's complete to DK Metcalf. Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. And remember, these two teams met in Glendale earlier in the season with the Cards coming out on top. So a win here in Arizona would give them the season sweep. On 1st down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now a 2nd down throw for Mariota. He finds his man, complete. That's Newman. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. On 3rd down, Mariota. He's got a man, complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the 1st.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Going right back to Akers. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on 3rd down. Throwing is Mariota. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Field goal coming from Younghoe Koo. This is a 26-yard attempt. Koo knocks this one through the post, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it through the post for 3 points. Game on.
Cardinal offense coming back out. Let's give you a look at the playoff race. Now, this is end of the weekend in the NFC as we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you.
Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. On 2nd and 9, Carr. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Now a play fake. Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. And he comes back with one complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 34-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Back in Arizona, 2nd quarter action. It's the Cardinals in possession. as they've got it with a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. It'll be a handoff to Pollard, and he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Throwing on 1st down is Carr. Slant to Adams. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. That gain of 15 gets him on the doorstep, 1st and goal. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Now a give here to Pollard. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Here's Seibert now to add the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. So that one a long 11-play drive. And it winds up in a touchdown for Arizona. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense trots back out, ready for this next drive, and there's the running back, Cam Akers. A 1,000-yard campaign in his sights, Charles, but needs a little bit of a kick here down the stretch to reach it.
And sometimes at this stage of the season, you're looking for that extra goal, right? That extra motivation to accomplish what you want, not just as a team, but as individuals. He's got to stretch a little bit to get there. That might be what they're talking about during the practice sessions, in their meetings. Hey, we can still get this done. Let's go ahead and feed him the ball.
And the offensive line, I'm sure they're well aware of where he stands as well.
They are, and I think for them, it would be an even better accomplishment to get there now, because it seems like a little bit of a reach.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. They'll go again here with Akers. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. On 3rd down, Newman. And he will have the 1st down as he gets this to the 47. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Well, that was big right there, because they're in the bottom 5 in the league in converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 47. They'll try to throw now. Mariota looking underneath. He's got Akers. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. Now a toss running left. Akers. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Now Mariota. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. He had the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and they will remain 2 scores down as the difference holds at 11.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
The football going back over to Arizona now. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Carr. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Meanwhile, Carr's throw complete there to Thomas. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Run for Pollard. Oh, nice move. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll run straight ahead with Wilson, and the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. On play action, it's Carr. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. Carr now to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Seibert able to knock this one through. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
This one taken just inside the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send down the field goal unit, and then you not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards, first down Niners.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
A give up the middle to Akers. And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Mariota. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feed down complete. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. To throw is Mariota. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 27-yard line. Give them 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
Yeah, these are the types of plays they're going to need to hit on if they're going to get back into this game. It hasn't been the greatest of first halves, but this is a nice throw here on 3rd down, and they keep the drive going.
Mariota on 1st down. That's caught over the middle by Fant. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
From the red zone now, Mariota. Flushed out right. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Mariota. Over the middle, complete. That's Shepard. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Mariota again. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Noah Fant, a 5-yard touchdown. And the 49ers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
You got it figured out by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money in the high traffic area. And he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's Noah Fant who caps things off with the touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Now we'll see what Michael Thomas and the rest of the offense has in store here. Well, he's within shouting distance of a 1,000-yard season. Going to need a pretty good finish, though, if he wants to reach that mark.
Well, I like how you phrased it, partner. He is within shouting distance. If he stays on this pace, he's got a shot at it. But he needs a big game in there, right, to make sure that he gets it. So you know that during the week, in practice, and look, he asks for the ball all the time anyway. He's really going to ask for the ball.
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On third down, here's Edwards. And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Punter Sterling Hoffrichter out now on fourth down. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And an update now from up in Seattle. The gap there has widened. The Seahawks just scored again. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mariota dancing to his left. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, time for a sprint to the finish, as it's time to get you caught up with what's happening around the NFL here in a pivotal Week 15. From there, let's head to Philly to see what's happening with the Eagles. And they were winners in that one over the visiting Pittsburgh Steelers. Breece Hall, what a game. 3 touchdown runs in the victory. Lastly, we head to the Gulf Coast and check on the Bucs at home in Tampa. And it was the visiting Carolina Panthers who were victorious in that one. Tyler Bray leading the way in the victory with 3 touchdown passes. We continue on with a check of the next-gen stats in that first half for the Niners, and they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the second half. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they too didn't throw the ball as well as they would have liked, and I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the second half.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. From the 10. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Mariota. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Cards are going to have the football with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going. So what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility.
He's got a man complete. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And most people think of Derek Carr kind of as a guy who excels throwing the short pass, but he can dial it up when need be.
And from where we sit, if you had told me that ball was somehow going to get from point A to point B, I would have told you no way. I mean, that was an absolute cannon shot, and he still dropped it right on the money, too.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air. Carr now on first down. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Carr over the middle into the hands of Michael Thomas. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 64 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So that's going to move them half the distance.
First of all, you can't jump in this situation, but think about your play calling now. Could easily change what you want to do and maybe make things a little bit easier.
So it's still 1st and goal, but now they get to try from a bit closer. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. On 2nd and goal, Carr. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. The San Francisco defense trying to hold tough again. This is 3rd and goal. Pollard is in. Touchdown, Arizona. So the first drive ended in 3. This time they take it down and punch it in the end zone.
So that first drive felt like they were just gathering knowledge, didn't it? Just enough to kick the field goal on the first one. And the second time they put it all together and got it all the way to the end zone.
Seibert on for the PAT. And the lead is up to 14. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Takes it at the 7. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
From the 31, Mariota on the slant, it's Fant. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mariota. Catch is made by Metcalf. Touchdown, 49ers. DK Metcalf, 57 yards. And the Niners have got it back to within a score. And they just ran the fly route there, didn't they?
You broke it down perfectly. He ends up catching that one and taking it all the way into the end zone.
Well, thanks. It was pretty simple to break down, though. I mean, that's just a guy going, running on the go route, making a play.
Speed,
kills.
Speed, speed. And what does it do?
It kills.
There you go.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 24-17. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Offense back out there, and we shine the spotlight on the Memphis man. Tony Pollard is hoping to find the end zone for a 3rd time, and we sit now in the 3rd quarter.
And nothing would excite him more, but I think even more so, his offensive line. Anytime you've got a guy scoring that many times, that means you've done a really nice job in front of him.
You're always giving props to the big fellas up front.
It's always a good idea. Those are some massive men.
28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
As they began this drive, I was wondering how they were going to attack since they're playing with the lead. Would they continue to try and push the ball downfield? Well, after one play, it appears that the answer is yes.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Carr. Right back to Henry, and Henry's got it again. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. From the 41, Carr. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Adams. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 23. The Cardinal passing game dialed in now. 1st down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Here's Pollard. Jalen Johnson up to make the tackle. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Going to run again here with Pollard. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. And we're going to stop play here, at least momentarily. It looks like there is a 49er who's in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Throwing now is Carr. Overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it. And they do so right there.
Fielded right around the 8. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Get a look at DK Metcalf as this offense returns to the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it?
Right.
Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. Up the middle they go. It's Newman. And he'll push forward for a couple to the 34. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Newman. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done. This defense not budging. Back-to-back carries of just 2 yards.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it. 81 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Give every member of that unit a ton of credit for ripping off such a big gain there, because you don't get free for that many yards on a counter or misdirection without everybody selling the heck out of it.
Now they can breathe a little easier, some room to operate as they've got it 1st and 10 now out past the 20. Here's Pollard again. Good footwork at the 30. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Another 1st down, this time on a gain of 19.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. To throw, it's Carr. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. We're off to the 4th quarter here in Week 15. Happy holidays to all. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've hit 4 of 7. This will be 3rd and 6. Carr going to throw. Now the Niners get there and bring him down. Carl Lawson, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. He seemed to have a reasonable amount of time in the pocket, but he couldn't get rid of the football, and the end result, Charles, him on the ground.
Yeah, he's got to keep an internal clock to go along with his offensive line. When you're talking about 3, 4, 5 seconds, that's a reasonable amount of time to expect to deliver the ball downfield. So great to try and complete a pass, but it's equally important to know when to throw the football away, too.
And here's Hoffrichter now, the punter, as he sends this one away. Taking it about the 16. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And they will take over 1st and 10. Well, the 49ers settling in for their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Throwing is Mariota. His throw incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Mariota had an 87-yard run as a rookie. This one a bit less, but it is a 1st down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the 1st.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Mariota now to throw on 1st down. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. Mariota to throw it. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. They got to get to the 20 to keep the drive alive on 3rd down. From the gun, Mariota. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
There he goes, and for good reason. Running with it has paid dividends earlier in this game and earlier on this drive. And until they prove they can stop him, I don't think he's going to be shy about continuing to run for 1st downs instead of airing it out.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And this is Shepard on the jet sweep. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. They'll try to throw now, Mariota. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Anthony Jennings from that outside linebacker spot gets in there. It's a loss of 9.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mariota. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And the Niners are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Throwing, Mariota. Touchdown! DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Niners have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, 1 by land, 2 by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast.
You know, I just grab a nugget when I can.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Fielded right around the 8. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. And as this offense makes their way back out, NFC playoff race time, we give you a look at what's going on there. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. 1st down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. To throw again on 2nd down. Carr. Pollard here once again. Back-to-back catches. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. That goes for 14 yards. 1st down, Cardinals.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
They'll go with Pollard here. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on first down. Now here's second down. To throw is Carr. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. The offense on third down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 7. Now Carr. Looking deep for Adams. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a fourth-quarter lead. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Now, they may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, Mariota. And he'll take this beyond the line of scrimmage as he slides to a hole. From the 38, Mariota. And this is Shepard on the catch. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here's Mariota. And his throw is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Mariota. The 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a handoff up the middle. Newman. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. To throw is Mariota. Looking middle, and that's complete. And the 49ers are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. Three points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and goal with this game still hanging in the balance. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Taking it in from 4 yards out. And the 49ers put together a fourth-quarter drive to take the lead. Well, wherever he is on the field, he is certainly slippery with the football in his hands, and he proved it right there.
And normally moves like that aren't supposed to work this deep in the red zone because there's not enough space. Normally way more effective when you're working out in the open field. But here, incredible shiftiness, excellent contact balance, and he works his way into the end zone.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and that will make this a 4-point game. So an 8-play drive covering 80 yards, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Takes it at the 7. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. So Derek Carr in the offense, down by 4, a minute 52 to play. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on first down. Now Carr. He's got Henry. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. Throwing his Carr. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end Parham. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Here's Carr. Swinging this out for Pollard. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Carr. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. Carr to throw. And it's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds. So a big call there that brings up fourth. Now Carr, got to have this one.
Try to get it out, what you hands on, you and dance on. Tell your boyfriend, go and put your pants on. Down, the best friend, she went and did the same thing. I'm really mad, but she won't know. Everything has gotta be cool when we living so cold. Feel it in your bones, you ain't gonna feel it till I'm gone. Caught up in your feelings, now you froze, and everything.
Welcome back in, everyone, to EA Sports. Everybody to State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. This one coming down to the wire as we pick up the action in the final minute of regulation. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
And now remember, all touchdowns are reviewed, and in a tight game like this, they're going to take a good long look at it. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How's the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Extra point by Seibert, up and good. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Mariota sets to lead this offense. Down by a field goal, 27 seconds to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Here's Mariota. And that is incomplete. Ball on the 30 as they come up 2nd and 10. To throw, Mariota sliding out of the pocket. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Mariota. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. This defense looking impenetrable now. 3 straight incompletions. They're giving him nowhere to go with the football. Maybe a little frustrated back there?
Oh, there's no doubt about it. When you've missed on 3 straight, there's going to be some frustration. But now he's got to make sure that frustration is temporary, not lingering. Big throw coming up.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And some room to roam now. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. And they take a knee. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Down to a knee. Here's the Cardinals look to let the clock roll. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. So no shortage of offense in this game, but a very clean game too, Charles. Each side got its points, but they did so without committing a single turnover.
That's so true, and it certainly felt like NFL football at its finest, right? You talk about the highest level from both of these offenses. Neither one of them afraid of taking risks, and both of them aggressively pushing it downfield. I did like, Brandon, how smart they were about going about their business. They were high-flying, but they took care of the ball.
Yeah, they did. And just keeping it clean in a game like this with all these points, you don't see that very often, even at the highest level.
I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will, got fight, got pride, got reason. If they wanna go eat, then you know I'm gon' feed them. If you're coming for me, hope you're ready for a demon. I can feel the blood creeping up from the heathens. Got will,